Whores. No. Horror. Just kidding. It's horror movies.
Or horror.
Welcome back to the Gentleman Sit Down. We are an untraditional podcast.
Trying to be a traditional gentleman.
One golden feather.
Look like a
Two golden feather. So,
Bat, bat.
that's the Sesame Street vampire, you know?
Yeah, the Count Dracula.
Yeah,
whatever,
something like
Count
that. I
Dracula.
don't remember his name.
Literally Count Dracula, the Count. Get it? Because he counts numbers.
Yeah.
And kids love that shit. They love when vampires count.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Shaterius Delamitzius, by the way.
P.S. I'm Joshua Callahan.
Yeah. And, well, links in the description down below, social medias, stuff like that. There's a like, comment section,
There is?
subscribe
Get
button.
out of here.
Yeah,
How come you're not using it?
Hey, I mean, if you enjoyed the video, maybe you use it, I don't know.
Boo!
Yeah. Talking about horror.
Horror. The horror genre, the horror movies, or the horror, horror, scary shit.
Yeah, a lot of whores die.
Whores die horribly because...
In horror movies.
What?
In horror movies.
They have scream queens and stuff like... Well, first off,
Oh.
do you like it? Do you like the genre of horror typically, basically, like whatever?
No. I'm not a fan.
Why not?
I'm not a fan.
Well, let me answer first. I love it. You give me more of it. You scare the shit out of me. I love it.
This guy gets scared of everything, though.
But I love it. No, it's true. I'll be in an action movie, get scared, someone pops out or something, someone dies quick. Like, oh! What are you talking? See, I love it. This is what happens. I got to tell you a story, but go ahead. What are you thinking about?
This is one time we went to go.
Yeah, what was it?
No.
You talking about when I went like this? Like, no.
No.
Or was it a trailer?
No, here's the thing. We both went to the movie together, but because we bought our tickets at different times, you were sitting with someone else at another row, and I was sitting with like 3 other people on another row.
Uh-huh.
And like I remember there was this one part of the movie, and
What is happening?
This is one part of the movie where it was kind of like I don't know, it scared you, and you were like, we heard you like me and my buddy, we heard you. You were just like, oh my god, like somewhere in the theater, and I was like, yo, that was Josh. That's Josh. I was like,
I do that. I can't control that. Like it's just. And then I feel weirded out that I just yelled in the theater and I was the only, like, especially if there's an echo and you're the only one. Then I start laughing uncontrollably. I start laughing at myself like that. I do that a lot. I'm like, oh my God. And then I start laughing and I can't help myself. And then people start laughing. It becomes like a trickle effect.
Yeah. Yes.
What movie was that?
I
don't even think it was a scary movie.
No, it was like a Marvel movie or a DC movie.
No.
It's just a moment.
Hey, I can accept that. I know my story I was going to say. I remember when I was in high school, I went with all my friends to a haunted house situation deal, right? And it was in the town. I was not expecting it to be good. And it probably wasn't that good. But for whatever reason, that night, I went in and I was honestly, I went with 6 people and I was like trying to, my friend was really scared of horror. Like she was just sensitive. And we're like, she didn't tell us that until we were right up to the door. It's like really? Like, yeah, guys, like she was shook. She was shaking. I can't even go in. I was going to go. No, I don't want to go in. It's like, You talking? These are kids. This is a high school kids put on this. It was like some local high school thing. It's like, it's not gonna be scary at all. I was scaring her most of the time because they did the thing where they touch you in the dark and things stick to you, and they have like tableaus, like you go to a different room and then somebody's like murdering, and that doesn't scare me. You're pulling out fake blood, like it's probably gummy worms and shit. What are you talking about? Like that's not scary. What does scare you is you look at that and it's like, what is going on? And someone goes, hey, behind you. It's naturally gonna scare you. Yeah. So I was like, I was loud. And I was like, whoa, what? Ah! And I was scaring poor little Susan, and she was having, but then I would laugh immediately after. I'd laugh at the reaction. And then I remember there was one point where we're going down the stairs, and I'm laughing at her and laughing at myself, and it's not funny. And I fall down the stairs, like, be careful, be careful. It was like, and I go, oh shit, don't jump out on me, I'm falling. And then we were just laughing at the situation. So it became like a fun house. So I love it because
ridiculous.
It's just ridiculous.
I fell downstairs.
I literally, I did the fall downstairs where you don't roll over. You just boom, 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 like this. The funny fall. It was like a Pratt fall in a sketch.
It was on purpose or
no,
accident?
It was totally, I was like, be careful, just be careful. And I did one of those things where I wasn't paying attention. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm scared. And I was at the bottom. And I was like, don't jump out at me. Don't jump out. I'm falling down the stairs. No one came out. No one did nothing. There's no safety. They're the high school students doing the thing.
Yeah. You're always in the weirdest circumstances with that kind of shit.
Yeah. I used to love scaring my friends. I love the sound. My mom, this is going back. I remember when I was a kid, I'd be in one part of the house. She would see a bug. It doesn't matter what kind of bug it was. I would hear in the back of the house, ah! Sorry, Brie. Like the loudest scream. And I would laugh. I would legit laugh. And it's not like, I don't know. And I was like, I'd be like, Mom, what happened? What is that? There's something about the scare. Like, I mean, the scream scare.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh.
It's funny. It is funny.
I don't know. I love getting scared. I love having a visceral reaction to something that I can't control. And when a movie does it, pulls it, like, you know, like granted, okay, sometimes you know they're crafting it and you see right through it. Sometimes there's surprises, but when it's a legit surprise, I'm like, whoa, you got me. That was good. And I laugh. You don't have that? Are you
I don't go for
Are you like a prove it, try to scare me? I'm not scared. No, that didn't scare me. Like you trying to hide it?
No, I don't. This is like, I'm not like people.
Tough.
People go to get scared for like a thrill, right? Like how people go on the roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't get like joy out of that. Like I don't want to be scared, you know?
Your nerves.
Yeah. And like my imagination gets wild because I'll see something that's like scary in a film, but then my imagination takes it up like 5,000 times, you know? That's my problem. So it's like, I'd rather just not fucking deal with it.
Well, I do that too. You know, when it's like, you know, something's around the corner. I'm thinking about the scariest thing that could be there if something happened. And then they don't. They do the fake scare. And they do the fake scare. And then all of a sudden they do the real scare.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. It still gets me.
Yeah. Yeah. But horror films also like I really like crafted, like well-crafted, clever scripts, right? And like a lot of horror films aren't like that. So that's also why it's not really like my cup of tea.
Like,
they're not made that way, you know?
You know, M. Night Shyamalan came on, and I wouldn't say this necessarily horror drama. He does a suspense thriller really good. Like he's good about setting up suspense and then like, you know, doing twists, like setting something up and then doing something different with it and not the typical stuff. So that was fun because you didn't see things kind of like Sixth Sense. Like now you think back and you're like, six, but that was like one of the first of its time. Like did it really good throughout where it was like you didn't know what was up. And they didn't do a music where that's the one thing I hate. Like you get into the pattern, so you got to switch it up. Like you hear the music coming and you know something's coming. You hear that music, the tense music, and you're a sucker and you get sucked into it. But then you know it's leading to a scare, and it does.
Yeah, I like suspense thriller more than horror. Like there's this one movie, Pandorum, stars Ben Foster and Dennis Quaid, and
Oh.
I actually really like it. And like a lot of people, I don't know what a lot of people think of it, but it was very interesting because it's like sci-fi. I like sci-fi.
Is that the space one? They go into space and it causes them to get crazy?
Yes,
Yeah.
like a
Like on a
Pandorum.
spaceship.
Yeah, in a spaceship. Yeah, and it was I don't know, it's really good. I like it.
My partner, Jake, my hubby, loves horror movies, loves the horror. He loves the Purge series, the stuff that could really possibly happen.
Mm.
And I don't. It's like that makes me tense because it's too close. It's too, you're imagining a hellscape or something, but that's possible. I mean, I get like I'll still go to the movie now, I'll enjoy it, but I don't like watch it, rewatch it. But like the Halloween series, when they do it smartly or good, or like you said, look a little bit clever, that's what I really want to sink my teeth in. I'm tired of the whole possession thing because I'm religious and I don't want to. Well, okay, it's an easy scare. You slap some boogers on somebody's face and scratch them up and they go, you're going to startle me a little bit, right? You're going to get me, but I feel like it's contrived.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want when someone gets possessed. They speak different languages and it's like, it's disturbing a little bit, but it's not scary. But like that Insidious series and the Conjuring series, except for the second movie. But like, you know what I'm saying? Some of those are really good.
Yeah, those look really good.
They're not so
they seem to have really well crafted scripts.
Because they get clever with the mythology.
Yeah.
Like the backstory. That's where you can get clever in a horror movie. Then everything else is relied upon. Would people get stupid in horror movies? Would they really do that? It's like you have to force people to do the characters to do stupid shit because otherwise they won't get scared. And like, can they be smart and still be scared? Can we just have smart people doing smart things? And they're trying to. I see that in movies now.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's no dumb babysitter going, and they trip and they fall.
Yeah,
And
like convenient bad luck.
Yeah, convenient bad luck. Or they're backing up into the darkest place possible and the guy's right behind her. Like, come on.
Mm.
Now with cell phones, you can kind of get out. You just call 911. Call 911. Get out of my house, Michael Myers, with your knife.
Yeah.
You put on, make him see himself. Mm-hmm. You got cameras around there. You got the Ring thing. Not the Ring, like the movie, but you got the doorbell ring. Oh, you can see people coming up to your door.
Doorbell, yeah.
Like they have a home invasion kind of horror movie. That's like a thing.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I don't want to see somebody get tortured. I don't want the torture porn stuff. Like the Eli Roth stuff that he did. Remember the one where they cut this person's nipple up? Like, I don't like that shit. Like they stretched the whole thing.
Ew.
And you like, and there's like torture. Like, why would you want to see that? Like, some people like that, Good for you, go.
Yeah, it's like weird sadist, masochist people. Yeah.
I'm not.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird to me.
It's disturbing.
It's weird to me.
Like you do Silence of the Lambs and you pepper that in and you make it about the bad guy. Then it's like you're afraid of the guy. Look, she didn't like the Silence of the Lambs. It still holds up.
I saw Silence of the Lambs. I don't think it's scary. It's more like a suspense thriller.
It's suspense thriller, but some people like, because it could really happen, because they can imagine it being an actual thing. That's like there's some dark person out there doing dark shit to people, like and abducting them, and then they get in their head about it, and it becomes like a real fear.
Yeah, but there's a message to society in that film.
Yeah,
don't. This person probably went that crazy because, they've been ostracized.
It's based on a true story. That's the creepy part.
It could be, yeah. Serial killers and stuff. Do you know, usually horror movies, when they go down to write it, it becomes like a fables, like grim fairy tales, like the horror movies of its time. It's genre, right? They'll tell skids to scare them into doing the right thing. So like, It Follows, the whole allegory there is about STDs, don't have sex and stuff like that. And then it follows you, And so they fictionalize this scary monster. It just follows you.
Yeah, but then it kills you in this horrific way.
Like an STD will, like,
Yeah, well,
be careful.
Doesn't rip you up.
How you know? I Google STDs, But, I think that's interesting. And when I found that out, it's like, oh, I see. Like the Babadook. That's a good one. You got to check out the Babadook.
What the fuck is that?
We'll find out.
Why are you going all Sebastian Maniscalco on it?
The Babadook, because it's funny to say. Babadook. You don't say that in normal conversations. The Babadook. Yeah, I find myself doing little like impersonations every now and again when I get into it. I don't know why. The Babadook. It's on Netflix.
Can I
or something.
tell you something? You know what else is on Netflix?
Oh, the person who did the Babadook did the Murmuring on the Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix. It's really good too.
See, I don't know any of
And
this
you
stuff.
could be heartfelt. It's a heartfelt, heartwarming story. Oh, but there's a supernatural aspect to it that's really good. And it's spooky, scary. But the legit, like it's happening within. Anyways, I love the genre. Conjuring, Insidious. You read you go to I don't necessarily like anthology series like Twilight Zone and all that stuff because it's like these little shorts. Some of them are good, but it's like a sketch. It doesn't know when to end. Like it's like a bad sketch. It doesn't know when to end itself if it's short. But I don't know. It's tricky. It depends. Like the Creep Show came out. That was a long time ago. It was like trying to be just gross out stuff and disturb. Like I don't know. I want a thoughtful movie with good characters. I want to know who to root for and then root for. I like the Scream series.
Yeah, Scream was interesting. It was like
Trying to be clever.
People were saying it was horror, but like I don't know. I feel like it's not horror. It's a
definitely
slasher.
It's slasher, but it's definitely a subgenre of horror.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got the supernatural, you got the slasher, someone's chasing you to kill you. It's like Halloween. Then you got the things that try to blend it, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason Voorhees. It has like some mystical shit going on, some supernatural but it's mainly like a slasher. Then you have the monster films. Then you have the psycho thriller, things like those. These are like subgenres of horror. Barbarian. Oof.
I haven't seen it. I keep hearing about it.
That one's good because it flips the table. It like, oh, you know where this is going, and then it flips it. And then you're like, whoa, I didn't know it was going there. And then
It's
guess
a
what?
horror?
Then guess what? It flips it again. And you're like, wait, what are we doing? I thought we were doing this. You're doing that. What? Yeah.
It's a
What?
horror?
It's definitely horror. Horror is unsettling. That's all it should be. If you think horror and it's going to be unsettling because it's supernatural, it's going to be unsettling because some guy's chasing you because of, Dracula or Frankenstein, or because someone's getting possessed, or, someone's home invading, so you're unsettled. It's all about creating tension, suspense, and unsettlement. I think. I don't know. I just made that up. It's not like a Wikipedia thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I feel like. I feel like, yeah, it's definitely a horror genre because it's trying to be steeped in some kind of reality. So it has like a psycho thriller thing to it, but it creates a monster. But then you got to ask yourself, who's the monster? Who is the barbarian?
So when does Barbarian take place? Takes place modern day?
I don't want to spoil it for you. It's not about like Conan the Barbarian. You're not going to see Arnold go, I'll take your wife
I don't
and
want
your
to see it.
children.
I don't want to see it.
That was like Terminator.
It's the same guy.
Same guy, but in different movies. But no, it takes place in modern. It starts, I'll tell you the beginning because it's true and it doesn't give anything away. It starts with someone's going to get an Airbnb, so it's very relatable. And someone has booked the Airbnb at the same time. And it's a woman who's in the rain, and so she's come out and the guy is renting. So it's like, then it becomes this question. Is he the barbarian? We don't know who he is. We're kind of in her shoes. Should she get out of the rain and stay at the Airbnb? She booked it. She has it. Is there a way to make this work where you would stay with somebody you don't know? And it starts there and goes down the craziest kind of like things start to unfold. It's good. You may not like certain parts of it and some of it may be like whatever, but the way the narrative gets you and flips it, it's just like, I'll appreciate that. You may not like nailed it, but they nail most of it. Like they stick most of the landings of the jumps that they take.
Uh-huh.
It's disturbing. It'll haunt you. Still thinking about it right now.
Interesting.
Oh, really? It is interesting. You give it a try.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Do you like grim fairy tales? Like the dark shit? Do you know Little Mermaid dies? She dies. She turns into sea foam. Hans Christian Andersen's a bastard.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The kids, the Hansel and Gretel, I think they die.
Yeah, don't they get cooked?
Well, they switch it to cook the witch, like they win. But no, they become cookies.
Yeah.
I think they become gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're saying that like calm, like.
Well, you know.
Did you know about that?
I know. Like
They're
a little
dark.
bit. Isn't Cinderella fucked up too?
Yeah, Cinderella. She doesn't make it. She has one moment, and then she loses her foot. I think it's gruesome. And they turn it. No. Disney's like, no. She just loses a glass slipper. Her foot. She lost her foot. She got the diabetes, and she lost the foot because she wasn't paying attention to the sugar levels. I don't know if that's true. Maybe she burnt it in the fire. That's why she was called Cinderella. But it's like dark shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's another one. I can't remember.
What about
Pinocchio. That doesn't end well for Pinocchio.
No. What happens to Pinocchio?
Spoiler alert. He gets turned into a deck of cards. No, yeah, I don't know. Turns into they use them for toothpicks. I don't know. No, I don't really know, but I know it doesn't end well. I can't remember if he gets burned and turns back into the wood or whatever. Like he becomes a boy and he gets killed as a boy or something. Like it's dark shit.
Yeah, it's always dark. I know that.
It's dark. They don't make it because they didn't listen to their mothers and fathers. And they're like, see, don't go wander in the woods or we're just going to get you and turn you into cookies. And don't overeat. It's like the whole gloop thing from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a good example of that. Like things don't end well, in the chocolate factory. These kids die because they weren't listening. They weren't being respectful.
Yeah, exactly. Don't make movies like that no more.
It's true.
All the kids are spoiled brats now.
Mm-hmm. They're all they didn't watch the movie and they didn't learn the lesson.
Exactly.
They're getting sucked up the tubes and turned purple and blueberries and getting smushed.
I was watching this kid the other day
in real
public.
life.
Yeah, real life. He had like this toy sword, and he was whacking the shit out of like a statue that was not like it was not like a strong statue. And there's no excuse for a kid or anybody to be hitting a statue in public like that. And the guy told him, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. The guy working there, he told the kid, don't do that. The kid stopped, waited for the guy to walk away. And then he went and he hit the statue extra hard, one big extra hard hit. And then the guy turned around. He was going to yell at the kid, but the mom came over like, no, like started speaking Spanish and was like telling the kid like, no. And then like took him away. It's like, oh, now you tell your kid to stop. You tell your kid to stop right before he's about to get yelled at by an employee of the place who's trying to, maybe you should have stopped your kid from hitting the statue in the first place. Maybe Grim Fairy Tales, random side topic.
I do this. I see some shit like that going down. I go, whose child is this?
Yeah.
Who's ruffian?
Yeah.
Happens at airports a lot. Kid banging the seat. And I'm like, I'll give them a look. And if they don't respond to the look, then I look at the parent.
Yo, I did that too. I was in a plane.
You gonna do something?
I was in a plane ride to Florida?
Doesn't matter.
I don't remember. Doesn't matter. I was in a plane ride.
Going to Cuba.
And this like little girl was like throwing a tantrum. And she was like kicking my seat. So I turn around, I look at the kid, and mom's like, stop it, to the kid. Kid does it again, I turn around, mom stops it.
I did it.
Then there was a third time it happened, and I was like, I'm gonna let it go. Is the parent gonna stop? Didn't stop it. I turn around, I look at the parent, and she's like, stop it. And it's like, why do you gotta wait for me to tell you to stop?
Yeah, I did that in the movie. Same thing happened in a movie theater. It's like, and I had to say, listen, people are trying to enjoy things. I said this, like, people are trying to enjoy things, right? You have a different way of enjoying it. Doesn't mean you kick my chair, okay? Please.
Yeah.
And I said that. I said, please. And I sat down. I didn't even say it with the accent. I was just really calm. I spoke like I changed my voice.
Yeah.
And I hope it would sink in better. Because, I could have been that guy. Come on, behave.
Yeah.
Takes a village.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the village idiot. You're the village idiot.
Grim Fairy Tales.
Learn your lessons. Eat your vegetables.
We're in a horror film.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I gave you a list of some good ones. You don't necessarily like it, but you should see The Barbarian. Comment down there. Tell us what you like. You afraid? You afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
You afraid of his gas?
I burped. Sorry. It was rude of me.
It's disturbing. It's unsettling. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm unsettled.
I think we covered it, you know? I mean,
Covered it.
you know?
We covered it. I'm covered in sweat and because of the story I told.
Yeah. We kind of,
Damn, hot.
yeah. Kind of brought it somewhere else, but it's all right, you know? We're doing it.
It's
Hey.
all related.
Yeah, it's all related. Yeah.
The MCU. It's all connected.
Yeah. There's a red pill at the end of it. What?
Oh,
Matrix?
Morpheus? Morphine.
Morpheus. All right. I've been Soterius Delamitzius.
I've been Joshua Callahan.
We've been the gentlemen sit down. We've been the gentlemen sit down, and we hope, well, if you enjoyed the video, you know, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with a buddy. I don't know.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Be sexy.
Yeah. And
Be nice.
we hope you have a great week. Catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.